Good morning, brothers and sisters. It's Sunday morning, and I want to kind of talk about something that I feel is important right now, and that is that got me drink coffee. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something, and I know it's not because I got my medication going again. I was without for probably about a few days or so. So that's not it, because even when I was taking it and I had all of it before it was doing, I was having these thoughts, or these feelings rather. They're not a thought, it's a feeling. And yesterday, last night, night before last, this feeling just lingers in me, and it usually comes over me in really heavy. I mean, I think I have it on. I have this feeling with me all the time. Just sometimes it's heavier than others, and that feeling is that something major is about to happen. Now, I'm not setting a time or a date, but I do truly believe the rapture is upon us. I really do, because of everything happening like it is. Sodom and Gomorrah has exploded all over our world. It's not just one place that God had to destroy, or two places that God destroyed with fire and brimstone. It's the whole earth. Not to mention the rumors of wars that are coming, that are happening. Oh, goodness creepers, he's over here, as you can see again. Anyway, like I was saying, there's just so much stuff happening right now. I mean, there really is. Oh, my goodness, quit. Oh, goodness. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff. I'm sorry, my phone's doing some stupid stuff. But anyway, like I was saying, um, there's I don't even know what that is. Now it's off. So anyway, like I was saying, there's a lot of stuff happening. I mean, look, last Saturday I talked about it in videos prior this week about how in Los Angeles, California, I think it was, where there were teens going crazy, breaking automobile glass, windows and stuff, and I mean, that shows a real disrespect for anything or anyone. I mean, parents used to teach their kids, don't go out there and destroy other people's property. I mean, there was a thing where if someone done you wrong, you automatically went and done something to their car. Well, you know what? I have to say this. That's a coward's way out. Did I ever personally take it? No, but I seen a friend take it for my parents one time. Um, Somebody had let all the air out of my parents' tires, which, I mean, I also drove the car too. But someone let the air out of our car tires. And the one I'm not friends with anymore, I haven't talked to her in years, and plus she's in, the gay lifestyle and everything, and she is a woman, not a man. So I guess that it's still gay, no matter man or woman. It's all gay. They want different titles, but they're all the same sex. She went out with a coat and a hat on, took a knife, and went outside, and she didn't slit the person's tires. She loosened the the, the valve to the tire that holds the air. And we went out to go to the store to get something for mom and dad. And I never will forget this. We looked right beside the road. There they were sitting with their flat tire. And I didn't say anything. But no, nothing ever happened again after that. And that was a good thing. I mean, everybody was being so... I mean, it was like they were rude then, and now it's worse than that, I don't really talk to any of my neighbors much because they act like they don't want to talk to me. Well, one, she'd talk to me if I asked her to talk to me. And I only know her as Mary Ann's mom. I don't know her first name. And probably the lady I'm talking about, her daughter would probably talk to me. Um, and I mean, and Mary Ann would too. She just doesn't talk to me without me asking or talking to her. But my neighbor that's on this side of me over here in front, when I asked him a question back probably about last year sometime, I can't remember when, I asked him about a flower pot that had a big plant thing in it, about whose it was. And he said, he said, I said, is it yours? He said, nope. And he pretty much just turned back around and was doing what he was doing. And I was talking to him, like saying, well, it's not mine either, so I don't know. And he made me feel like a total crazy person, like I was talking to myself, which I do in the house. I mean, people would think I'm talking to myself, but I talk to God, and I do talk out loud to figure out, what's going on, and everything. I mean, with what I got to think about what I'm doing or how I'm doing. Quit scratching my belly, boo. You're gonna get down now, okay? But anyway, he's a character. No, get off my coffee. You're hyper enough. He's trying to get my coffee today. Yesterday it was, maybe it was him trying to get my coffee yesterday. Oliver, boy, you better lay down or do something. I'm telling you, because you really don't need to put that up against my shirt. Um, but anyway, the neighbor, he just acted like he could care less about what I had to say. And I think it has to do with the fact that I called his work to ask him, because I could never get a hold of him, if he would do a favor for me when I first got home, because I couldn't stand up when I first got home. And someone left some of my delivery boxes on a chair beside my door. And I had called his work to have someone call him and ask him, could he come over and put my packages inside my door? And he said he never done it and he ain't going to start doing it. Well, he told me a year prior to that, if you need anything, just let me know. If I'm able to do it, I'll do it. And these boxes, he was able to lift them. But, because he works on an ambulance, so, he lifts people. But I don't try to talk to him anymore. I don't even look for him when he's out there anymore. The woman on the other side of me here, I asked her one time by asking her son to take my trash out for me, and she said, or my cousin did, and I asked her the next time, and she asked him, or she did it herself, I don't remember. But anyway, they would be taking their trash out, seeing my pile up there, and they wouldn't even do it, even though I'd asked them a few times. They know I couldn't walk outside to do it myself. And last time I asked her, could her son do it, she said, I'll check with him. So I haven't asked them for anything anymore. And if they were to ask about me, I'll say, don't worry about it. But I'll say, tell them, don't worry about it. He's fine. You don't have no concern with him because you wouldn't even help him when he needed you. So, just let him know. But, I mean, I don't know. I just wouldn't say anything. Say he's fine, thanks to no one around here. That's what would probably be a good thing, because all I wanted to do was to live in a neighborhood that had neighbors, that cared, neighbors that cared for each other, checked on each other, and done things for each other. I mean, like, if the one thing I could do when I have a car is I can go to the store or take someone to the store. It doesn't bother me to take people to the store. It's just, I don't know. It's just, this world is so evil and corrupt. And a lot of neighbors are, I don't know about beyond this building because I don't know of anybody. Well, I know the people behind me, and her worker was taking my trash out and bringing the cans back. But I don't know if she quit or what, you know. But anyway, um, my dear friend, she goes out of her way for me, and I do. I love her. She don't live here. She does not live here in the complex, and I do love her a lot. She can only come when she's able, which is usually like a few hours in the evening. And she says she's going to try to find somebody that can um, put my TV stand together because I can't find anybody. I thought my uncle, which I gave him a nickname that day, it was Woody, and they both laughed when I said, "Well, I thought Uncle Woody would be able to do it." And he can't. He makes spoons. He is very talented at what he does, but he can't put stuff together. But he can do spoons and stuff. So, making stuff and putting stuff together is two different things. So, I don't, I, I don't, I don't blame him for not being able to do it because I asked. He said no, he could put stuff together. I love my aunt and my uncle, so that was okay with me. I mean, I would love to tackle it myself, but the box is so big that it's not big, but it's long and it's all wood inside. Like it's pressed board, granted, but it's no, I meant pressed board, not granted. I meant it's pressed board in there. I'm not saying granted, it's pressed board. That's what I meant to say when I said the other thing. Oh my goodness, that hair is getting on my face. Anyway, as you're saying, time for a haircut. You're rocking the boat there. That's what it's time for. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I started to say you said that wrong. You said that right. I said you didn't say anything. Goodness griefers, forgive me. I'm losing my moon, my mind. I call my mind my moon sometimes. It's on top of my head, and the moon's on the top of the sky. But I know what people call a moon. I don't think that's what Patsy Cline was talking about when she sung "Blue Moon of Kentucky, Keep on Shining." But anyway, I do need a haircut. The back of my hair gets tangled all the time. But anyway, I'll get that eventually. Of course, I would love to have long, blonde, flowing hair in heaven. It'd just be beautiful. Because we don't have any sexual, uh, no kind of sexual sign to us. We're not male nor female. Because there's no desires of the flesh in heaven. We, if we eat, we drink. We don't have to run to the bathroom and use the bathroom. That's how wonderful it is to be with the Lord. The Lord makes you perfect, needing nothing. Now here on the earth, we live in flaws and stuff, and that's what these people, they're flawed. We're all flawed. I'm flawed. You're flawed. All of us has got flaws. And I'm not talking about a broken nail. I'm not talking about you're fat or you're skinny. I'm talking about in our thoughts we are, and sometimes what we look at we are. Sometimes what we speak we are. We're flawed in many different ways. But anyway, I mean, I'm hoping that I can find someone to put this thing together because that's when I can get all my clothes put away. It's got three doors on it, and I bought some baskets, 3 baskets. They're a little bigger than other ones, and I can take and put like my shorts in one, socks, underwear in the other, and the third one, it's kind of small, so I don't know what'll go in it. Probably like shaving cream and stuff like that, and cologne when I get more. Kind of run low of that right now, but that's okay. Um, there is a lot of stuff that is, happening, and a lot of people really don't want to hear the truth. They'll run from the truth. But when every evening when I start feeling that something's going to happen, and I feel it right now, it's just it's strong, but it's not as strong as it is. But I really do believe something's about to happen, and I prayed to God a little bit ago, and I said, "Please, Lord, help those that are in the homosexual life that they hear you and accept you, and walk away from that lifestyle." Many people that are in that lifestyle believes because of the false teachers that they're saved, that they are saved, but they're not. They're not saved. They're not saved. They're not. Um, I mean, they're not saved. I mean, I really, truly want to see the ones that can come out, come out. My niece and nephew and some friends I have, I'd love to see them come out, but out of it, not out of the closet. They've already done that, and they made a big splash, apparently. But the hardest thing right now is because of our evil, wicked government. They are they are approving laws like same-sex marriage, transgenderism to be done to kids. I'm sorry, the answer is no to that. And God don't believe in anyone, but don't touch the little children. Leave them alone. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah all over. There are these men, pedophiles. I don't know if you heard about this or not, but pedophiles were trying to get the right to be able to mess with kids. In other words, if they want to do something to a kid, they can do it and no one can do nothing about it. You know what? That's sick. For one thing, I was done that way and I did not appreciate it. Looking back, I wish it never happened. But if it didn't happen, I wouldn't have had the life I had to tell people about Jesus and how he delivered me from everything that I was doing. I mean, in that life, in the homosexual life and drugs, and which I was only doing marijuana and drinking. I mean, it's just, it's crazy is what it is, crazy. I mean, because, whenever you think about it, and Lord, please take that thought, please, God. Um, when you're doing that kind of stuff, it seems really fun. But what you don't realize is, now I do believe in marijuana for for medicinal purpose, for medicate, for pain. I do believe in that, but I don't believe in doing it just because you want to get high. I know there's people out there that smoke it because it calms their nerves. And I don't. Now, I did the gummies, and if I need them every once in a while, I get them again, but I haven't gotten them in a while. I don't think I've gotten any since New Year's. Um, they help me sleep, but I got melatonin, and that does the same thing. So, of course, I take 50 milligram last night and the night before last. Of course, I still woke up early this morning. 7, about 20 after 7. Went to bed about 1, almost 1:30, and I fell asleep. I think it was probably between 1:30 and 2. I fell asleep, and I slept to about, I think it was like 4 or 5. I got up. It was 5 o'clock. I got up, went to the bathroom, and then went right back to bed and went back to sleep. And I slept until 7 something. Of course, these little boogers right here, they always manage to get up with me. This one here was in my wheelchair. That's the thing with the blue towel you just seen on the seat part of it. That's my wheelchair, and he gets up in it and lays. It's either one of them gets up there and sleeps, but if he gets up there, they both go totally out to sleep. I mean, you have to literally, you can say their names, but some they'll look at you and lay right back down. You take your hand and move them a little bit. They know, well, he knows to get up. Char, you about have to push him out into the floor out of the seat, but he eventually wakes up before he hits the floor. Well, I mean, I think maybe he wakes up when he hits the floor. I don't know, but he lands on his paws, so it's got to be waking up then. For that theory to work, they always land on their paws. I think they have to be awake. Wouldn't you? But that thought isn't worth going any further. Anyhow, I love my cats, and I don't want to see them get hurt or nothing. I try to make sure I don't. I mean, I ran over like both of their tails with the wheelchair because I was coming through, did not see them, and I ran right over their tail. Oh, you know, they'll have a great big squawk, and I know I did it. And they'll walk away, and they'll like, it's like if a cat's tail gets under a rocking chair, it does the same thing. That's why it says I'm as nervous as a cat in a room full of rockers because of the tail getting hit. But anyway, a cat can also curl their tail underneath them. So, but sometimes they act silly as can be. I don't know if I've said much today, but what I do want to say is this feeling that I'm having. I truly believe that it's the Lord letting us know that this 7-year tribulation is about to start and that the rapture is ready to occur. And he's not giving nobody a date or an hour. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, he told me. No. Like these charlatans on TV, like Joyce Myers and Paula White and Beth Moore. And it's one, she's a black woman and she wears long plaits. She played on War Room or Prayer Room. I think it was War Room or Prayer Room. It's the one by the Kendrick brothers. Anyway, she's trying to tell people, I think, something about how to hear from God. Yeah, just like Justin Peters says, you hear when you read his word. Or, like I watch someone reading his word on TV, like preachers and stuff. I listen to preachers, and I don't listen to a lot of them, but I listen to some of them. But I talk to God, and I ask him to help me. I've had people say they'd come and have Bible studies with me, and I don't really bug them anymore about that. I mean, if they're meant to come, they'll come. If they don't want to, they don't have to. But anyway, like I was going to say, there's like, a whole lot of people that are going to those kind of churches that are telling lies. Like I said yesterday, one of the biggest, there are, what is it? One of the biggest heretics, I'll say, is Jesse Duplantis. One of the most evil is Kenneth Copeland. One of the most nastiest is Benny Hinn. Because, he got really, make her sit down. You know what? You don't do that to people. Just because they're in your crusade watching you, which they shouldn't be because you're telling lies anyhow. These people, they take the Bible and they twist it to mean what they want it to mean, not what God is saying, because they don't understand, because they don't have the Holy Spirit. Because if they had the Holy Spirit, they wouldn't be able to be up there lying like they do. One's counseling God, the other ones are gods, little g's. Yeah, Creflo Dollar thinks he is, and Joyce Myers thinks she is. Paula White thinks she is. Joseph Prince, Andrew Womack, that other guy, I can see his face but don't know his name. He's from Texas. I hadn't heard anything from Rob Parsley, but he's also another false teacher, unless he's changed his way. I don't know. Brothers and sisters, please keep your eyes upon the sky. Jesus is coming soon. Don't let anybody lie to you, or don't listen to any of these liars. If any pastor you're watching on TV says something about, you know, about you, finding the best you, making yourself happy by doing this, this. Okay, listen to this here. You want to be happy. How about working for happy for all eternity when you go to heaven? Because from the looks of it, unless they change, they're not they're not going to heaven. They are a I guess you say there's a stumbling block for a lot of people. Brothers and sisters, keep looking up. Jesus is coming. Lord, I ask you if I said anything wrong today, Lord, please forgive me and bless those who watch this. Lord, be with them and keep them safe. Draw those who may see this to you and use this for your glory and as as a witness to you. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Brothers and sisters, I love you. And Lord willing, I'll see you next video. If not, I'll see you with Jesus. Bye.